Okay guys, it is our first full day in Jaipur, right? It's our first full day, and yeah, we came pretty late yesterday and we went to Chokidani, and basically we had a little bit of air going around. The cameras were not allowed to go inside, and that was a huge thing for us because we were going inside of there to experience this tribal culture and everything, but then we ended up not being able to film too much. But luckily, we did have our smaller cameras that we took some film and pictures with. But I mean, overall, it was still a good experience. Jaipur, it's very different from New Delhi. I think because New Delhi, whereas it was very hustle bustle, everyone was just running, people were running across the streets, everyone had a mission to accomplish. Whereas here, I don't know if it's because maybe they cater towards more towards tourism or something like that. It was a lot more relaxed. People seemed a lot more chill. There were camels on the street. There were goats on the street. I even saw an elephant. So I mean, I feel like this place is a lot more relaxed, a lot more just in tune with maybe its tribal culture. And yeah, I mean, so far I'm loving Jaipur and I'm really excited to see where we're gonna go next. Hey Lauren, come here. What do you think of Jaipur so far?
I love it. It's really, really nice here. Very different to Delhi. It's more semi-urban rather than main city, urban kind of living. There's less people, definitely, in Jaipur from what I've seen so far. But I really like it. It's good stuff.
Look at what Lauren's wearing today.
So, I'm wearing a traditional sari. It only took me an hour and a half to get in it.
Only an hour and a half.
I tried 5 times and I was going through YouTube videos trying to learn how to put it on. I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. Because it's just literally one long rectangle piece of fabric, right? It's so hard. And I know this is cheating, but I've even got like safety pins to hold the pleats in place.
Oh, is that considered cheating?
Yep, I guess. Like you shouldn't really.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm new to this, so please like.
We'll start our tour from the city and we are going towards the Amber Fort. First monument we have seen was the Wind Palace. Wind Palace, Hawa Mahal is a kind of landmark in Jaipur city. It's a kind of identification also of Jaipur city. When people come here from different places, from different part of the world, they know Jaipur city just because of the couple of places we have, palaces we have. One is the Wind Palace, the other one we have is the Water Palace also. So these are the 2 landmarks of Jaipur. Rest of all we have 3 monuments more. One is like the Amber Fort, second one is like the City Palace of the Royal Family, and third one we have is Jantar Mantar Observatory. Now in Jaipur we do have 3 parts. One part is old part, Pink City part, and third part is a new part, which is like nowadays we do have airport there, we do have railway station, metro train is there also. So Jaipur is divided into 3 categories. So right now we are going to see the old Jaipur part. So over there we will see a fort which is known as Amber Fort, A-M-B-E-R-F-O-R-T, Fort. So Amber Fort was the first capital of the royal family. And on the way to the fort we do have the Water Palace also. Over there in the right side you can see it's a kind of man-made lake.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
And in the middle of the lake you have a palace also. So this is like the Water Palace.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
The best thing with the Water Palace is this is the only building in India, only palace in India which has a rooftop garden also. So a rooftop garden is also there. As well as it is also a 5-story building, but in this 4 stories are submerged into the water, and that is just the foundation of the Water Palace.
4 stories?
Yes, 4 stories, kind of foundation, that's it.
Foundation.
Yeah. And in the Wind Palace you had no foundation. This is one of the best time to visit before this, like the best time to visit Jaipur. Otherwise, like in end of April, it is too hot, unbearable. In Amer village, you will see the 3rd largest wall of the world, after the Great Wall of China, and second one you have in the state itself, in the Rajasthan itself, which is like Kumbhalgarh Fort Wall. And in this fort, you will see the 3rd largest wall, which goes like that. Yes. So it's a zigzag wall. Somewhere it goes to the top, somewhere it comes to the bottom also. But when it comes to the bottom, it becomes a gate.
Right.
It becomes a gate, so it's a kind of gate here. Big vehicles are not allowed up to the fort, so we will have to hire a jeep from here.
We saw nothing like this in Delhi.
Yep.
Wow, this is amazing.
Actually, kind of like
Huge.
begged her.
It sounds like bagpipes. So we are on our way up to the fort so we can go and explore and immerse ourselves in the culture. Oh, and this guy also tried to sell me some musical instruments and I played it really bad.
We've seen movies of like the Americans blowing up their little towns.
Okay.
Well, this is like the old town, right? So let's have.
A lot older.
Not morbid at all.
Morbid. It does look like an old town though. And really not a lot of people. Thank you so much.
It's too funny, man. Too funny.
It took me an hour and a half to get it wrong.
That's what Akrita was going. Tell Laura her thing is kind of wrong.
Oh, this looks so much better. So we have arrived at Amur Fort, and this is some beautiful architecture, and the design on the outside is incredible.
We have the second largest mirror palace of the world. While this part is the summer part, in this part, in the middle of the part, you have a marble cascade in the middle, right? Just in the back of that, you don't have any kind of obstacle. So when there is no obstacle, winds can enter through that part because in that you have holes also. Right from the these two sides, you can see that the middle, from if you will see from the corners, you can see behind that there is no obstacle. And up there, this room, they had a water tank also. So when they had a water tank over there, they can open the water tank. So water will flow down from the top side, and winds will come from the back windows. To block the cool air inside this part, they had curtains too. So like cool winds will be there inside this part.
It's so pretty. This is amazing. This kind of looks English almost.
This flower is known as magical flower. Like when you will see this part of the flower, it looks like a butterfly. Isn't it? You can cover the down part of the butterfly. Upper part looks like elephant ears.
Oh yeah.
It's a shape of that. Complete, it looks like a scorpion,
Yeah, it does.
a crab,
Yes.
a fish,
True.
a lion tail. It's a banana leaf, right? It gives you a feel of a kind of duck
Yeah.
in the water, and it is a kind of pair of snakes. So in 1620s, it was a hand art, and the art is known as relief art in the fort.
This is amazing. Like, how luxurious of a life would it have been to live here?
Kings.
Like having the best of everything and the only one of everything really done. Whereas other old stuff, you're like, oh, it looks very old, and even if it's very, you know, like fancy and like amazing, it still looks old. Here, I feel like if they renovated this, it would look like a really hip place.
Yeah. People try to achieve this kind of vintage look
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
architecture this time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like so tastefully done. This is my palace. and the pigeons are my slaves.
1954, an American magazine Vogue, they had a survey, and in that survey they found that she was the most beautiful lady of the world.
Is she really? Is that really her?
Yes, exactly. Now you can see the picture. See,
What year is that?
1950.
1950s.
Yeah.
She could be
But
in an
the-
old American film.
The survey was conducted by American magazine Vogue in 1954.
Uh-huh.
In that survey, they found that she was the most beautiful lady, and he is the present king of Jaipur
Right now?
right now.
He's 19 now, right?
But 19 years old.
Oh, he's 19 years old.
Yeah.
We survived to lunch. Ooh. Let's look at the menu. These pictures. They look so freaking good. I thought I wanted the biryani, but I don't know anymore. This all looks really good.
I'm so surprised that they have Chinese options all the time. Right? There's always Chinese options. I'm going for the Indian then. Dosa, 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 dosa. It's a paper masala dosa. With aloo inside. Aloo means potato.
What's that?
That's just what I wanted. Cabbage is good.
It was a very hearty meal. Thanks to all the people who donated to Dabit. Because I had a very sad biryani.
We had no choice.
But I have great friends who are willing to. You know a friend is a good friend if they share your food. That was thrilling. From my view, they were just like.
Let's go to our place. We won't leave no trace. We're heading to heaven, and there's no coming back.
Each day that passes, I turn more Indian. No henna, henna. No henna, henna.
These are the 4 different gates, represent 4 different seasons in India. Summer, autumn, and the other one is like monsoon gate, like rainy season. Just in the back side of you can see a peacock gate is there. This is one of the most attractive attraction point of city palace we do have.
These are actual peacock looking, not just the feathers. Because I saw that, I didn't see the physical body of the peacock there. So many patterns.
And just in the back side you can see the royal family's royal building is there. It's a 7-story building, and even now also royal family lives there. And a very good player of polo also. So generally he used to go outside also, like England, somewhere around different places of the world.